Hello everybody, what's up? My name is RapidCat45 here, and today we're going to be doing a review on the one, the only Game Boy Color. Let's get right into it. I don't know what that was, but it was there. Anyways, the Game Boy Color was the second... Okay, well, it came after the Game Boy. I was about to say the second handheld console, but I guess if you... what were they called? The Game & Watches were handhelds, but... Okay, the second one with interchangeable games. There we go. Now watch, one of the Game & Watches probably did. Alright, anyways. It's the second Game Boy. After the original Game Boy, came the Game Boy Color, which was basically a Game Boy with, well, colors. So, now we don't have 4 shades of really weird green. Now we have, I think it's like 32 colors or something like that. Not entirely sure. It's smaller than the original Game Boy. I don't know by how much because I don't actually have an original Game Boy at the moment. But it's definitely smaller. Instead of using 4 batteries, double A's, it only uses 2, which means the battery life isn't as long, but it's still pretty good. 17 hours or something like that. With batteries nowadays, probably a little bit longer. Yeah, so, especially if they're rechargeables, they'll last quite a bit if you keep recharging them, obviously. Yeah, so, it's the same button layout. You still got your A, B, you got your D-pad, your start and select. All that's the same, but the on switch is over here on the side, right here. Over here on this side, we got the volume, and then the external port, which, you just plug. If you have, like, an accessory like a light, plug it in, then you can see. Because it still didn't have a backlight, and we still won't have a backlight for another generation. Still doesn't have a backlight. Yeah, what else did it have? Oh, yeah, it had wireless communication with this infrared little thing, which, if you held still and down really weirdly, you could connect with friends. Honestly, I'd rather just get a link cable and not mess with it. But that's just me. It's got your mono, or is it mono? Yeah, mono speaker. I don't know why I thought stereo. Stereo's too. And yeah, so when you turn it on, you get that amazing little bling. And if the Nintendo logo is correct, that means that either it can't read the game, or there isn't a game, in this case there isn't a game. And the reason there isn't a game is because I'm going to show you the cartridge now. Here it is. Decent thing. It's kind of big. It's fairly big, actually. But, once it's in the thing, you'll never know what's there unless you had a lot of games or something, I don't know. Which I think I only have 4 for the Game Boy Color. But, here it is. This is Driver. This is actually probably one of my more favorite games for the Game Boy Color, but you just pop that in the back. Oh yeah, let's compare it to the original, one of the original cartridges, actually, which we have here. It's basically the same size. It just doesn't have a corner bitten out of it, and instead of indent, it's got a outdent. Yeah, that's all I got for that one. And then these black cartridges, actually, because you know how the normal ones are like a really weird gray. The black ones work with the original Game Boy, but if you put them into a Game Boy Color, they actually have color. Like proper color, because like the normal Game Boy games, if you put them into a Game Boy Color, they did work, but the colors were really weird and it didn't look right. So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and plug in the game, and bloop. And then the game would start right after that, because there was no home screen, because, well, there wasn't really a reason for it, the home screen. Weight-wise, it's a little heavy. Not bad, honestly. This one will actually, like, fit in your pocket, unlike the original one. Um... Yeah, so as you can see, the screen is also really hard to see if you don't have a light. Like, see the dark? You can't see it. You can see it. Can't. Can. Can't. Can. Yeah. So you basically have to be under, like, a light source, as we are with my amazing lamp. And, yeah. So that was that for the... So that was that, you know. It was obviously a little bit better internally. And actually, it also came in many varieties of colors, unlike the Game Boy, which most of the time came in gray. Other times, very rarely, in like red or green, or I think black too. I'm not entirely sure. But there's only really like 3 other colors that came out other than the gray. Which the gray is obviously the most famous. But good luck getting any of the other colored ones because they're relatively rare. But this, the purple I have here, the Cosmic Purple I think it's called, I'm not entirely sure, is probably the most famous color for the Game Boy Color. It also had, I mean, just look it up, it had a bunch of colors. Some of them were clear like this. Some of them were not clear. They were solid colors. But still was color. Game Boy Color had a lot of colors. What it also had was different variations. Like this one. I mean, it's obviously the same, like everything. It had style. Like, style. It had style. No, it had a different style. Like, as you can see, this one's like Pokemon themed. This is official, by the way. It is. You know, you got your ABs colored, the D-pad's colored. Still the same rubbery pieces. It's the same thing, just, you know, it's got Pikachu and Jigglypuff and whatever you are. I don't know who you are. Is that Jigglypuff? I think it is. I don't know. Don't hate if it isn't, but I'm pretty sure it is. And then, you know, you got your Pokeball, which actually is kind of cool, because we put batteries in this one. Bloop. And bloop. Sorry, getting a lot of hand in that one. That shot. Okay, the spring on the bottom here is kind of breaky, so I'm going to have to get a new spring for the bottom. Ooh, yeah. I don't think I can really plug it in. It's kind of broken. No! So yeah, I'm going to have to get a new spring for this one, which is a little upsetting, honestly. Alright, let's see if it works for just a few seconds. Yeah, see, the little Pokeball thing lights up. The back won't fit. Oh yeah, and then also the speaker doesn't really work on this one, which is kind of upsetting, so... Again, things I can fix if I buy like a $3 Game Boy Color off, you know, broken Game Boy Color offline. Yeah. So, but that is the Game Boy Color. I wouldn't say much improved, but definitely improved off of the original Game Boy. It's kind of nice that we had color. It wasn't really nice that we didn't have a backlight, but or front light even. But you know, obviously, it would come eventually. We just had to wait a few years. How long do we have to wait? This came out in 2000 something, right? Yeah, 2000. So around 2000, probably like 2001 maybe? I can't. Yeah, I think 2001 is when the Game Boy Advance came out, or the Game Boy Advance SP. And then 2003, the Game Boy Micro came out, which also had a backlight, because the Game Boy Advance SP and the Game Boy Micro had backlights. But yeah, there you go. There is the Game Boy Color for y'all. Yeah. Not much else to it. Definitely a good system. Yeah. Actually, it didn't come directly after the Game Boy. The original Game Boy also had the Game Boy Pocket. And then after the Pocket was the Game Boy Light, which was only released in Japan. And then we got the Game Boy Color. But then they still removed the backlight anyways, or the front light. I think it had a front light. I keep saying backlight, but it's front light. So I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But, I mean, obviously they could. They just didn't. Oh, yep. Good times, good times. Or something like that. I'm just gonna keep going with something. Yeah. I'm gonna stop before this gets really weird.